Holy shit. Okay. So, you know, that kind of intense night, right? A lot of comedy, pretty funny, and then it comes to something that's really funny, but not funny. And I hate to continue in that trend, but I want to take a moment. If everyone could just bow your heads slightly for the untimely demise of the 13th Indian restaurant in a row to go out of business. Nirvana, we know that you will reincarnate again. And come once more as a struggling Indian restaurant in that same location. Namaste. I'm sorry, I didn't know how much that meant to me. Anyway, so my family and I, we went to Mexico for the holidays. Oh my God, it was amazing, incredible trip. I haven't really done that with my whole family ever. We had a really great time, and we only made one really big mistake, and that was returning to the ubiquitous gray, where people look like pale larvae. Are you aware of that? That you do. Not you, but everybody else is like pale larvae, wrapped in lots of clothing, sort of. You're packed together now, but most of the time you're alienated and walking the streets alone, and it's cold. And there's no high contrast at all. And are we crazy? Why do we live here? I don't know. It's like we're not aware that 5 hours south of here on a plane flight is happiness. Just right there. Just like, why don't we vacate for 6 months and just, you know, tell the last person to turn off the lights or something? Don't you think we should do that?
Yeah.
No. I know you all love it here. I understand that Prozac and caffeine and denial makes it bearable. I did it for years. I understand. So the next time I want to go to Mexico, don't let me go, because it just makes it painful to come back to this place. No, I do love it here, and I understand why you love it here, because you just don't know any better, and just like me. But one other reason I love going down to Mexico is not just because it's beautiful and tropical and people don't look like pale larvae, but the other reason I love it is that I get a chance to try to speak Spanish, and I know enough Spanish to ask a question but not understand the answer. At all. So but I tried to learn a few new phrases. One of them was "Cuánto cuestas," which I used all over the place. You know, it's when you want to buy something. And then I realized after my trip that that actually means "How much are you?" Which I was wondering why. It explained a lot after I learned "How much are you?" But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so I just turned 50 years old. Yes, I'm old. I'm wearing glasses on stage. I'm like, fuck it. And because before I'd be trying to read something on stage, oh shit, I can't read it. But I got my AARP card in the mail already, which is a shitty thing to do. Right? I mean, come on, it's like getting a birthday card from the Grim Reaper. You're like, you probably aren't aware that you're really close to the end. That's right. Here are a few coupons. And be seeing you soon, love, GR. Grim Reaper. No, but 50, come on, 50 is not old. Now 60, that's it's old. There's like one of you. Watch it. Hey, whippersnapper, goddamn. But it's always the decade ahead of you that's the old. You're like, you know, cool, I'm 50. I'm like, ooh, 50. Woohoo! Woo! Woohoo! But you know, it's always a decade ahead, like 110, Jesus Christ. Out of control. No, but I think I am getting old, and the signs are showing up. I was in Thriftway the other day. I came outside, and then I couldn't remember where I parked my car, so I'm walking around in the parking lot, and people are like, "You forgot where you put your car." And then I realized that my wife had dropped me off. Could you pick me up, dear? I've been wandering around. And then, like, technology is confusing. You know, I grew up in the 60s with very little technology, and then I've, you know, gotten old with technology. So sometimes they mix weird. Like, when I'm handwriting, I actually expect spell check to work. Literally, I'm like, it'll fix that word. And in bathrooms, like, you don't touch anything in bathrooms anymore. It's just you sort of wave something and it happens. It's wave for water, wave for soap, wave for the towel, wave the toilet, waving. So there was this one toilet that, the sink, I couldn't get it to work. I was waving, and you try to do different techniques because sometimes you can't. There's a certain touch you have to have. You're like, ooh. People are coming up, they're like looking at me. I'm like. And then I realized that there was actually knobs to turn the water on. Jesus. Knobs? God damn it. Okay.
Welcome to 60.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 50, pal. I bet you're waving in bathrooms too, aren't you? Doing all sorts of waving there. So, what is it with women and jewelry? You have 565 pieces of jewelry at home, yet you pretend like you don't. You're sort of like, I don't know, naked Christmas trees wandering around. I need more decoration. I've inherited 5,000 pieces of jewelry from my mom and my grandma, but still I need more. And so I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. I think it's a problem that jewelry makers sort of take advantage of, knowing that you have no control, that you could cover your body over 3 times with all the jewelry that you have, but still, it doesn't matter, and that's fine. When is it enough with the jewelry? You don't have to answer that, because I know that you can't do it. But anyway, so my wife and I are in Mexico, and she comes up to me and is like, "Dear, there's this matching set of huichol beaded jewelry that I'd really love to get, and it's only pesos." I'm like, "Dear, we have to get back. We don't have that much money." And it's like, well, she got the jewelry because, you know, like earthquakes and tornadoes, forces of nature, you know, common sense doesn't stop their progress. They're going to just go the whole way and get the jewelry. So she got the jewelry, and now that's it. But it is great because it does match her 52nd pair of shoes perfectly. So that's all I got. Thank you!